Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Mauri. In this one we will examine how to do the electric fence checkmate. So let's get started. The first thing to know is that for this checkmate we will need to use major pieces and we will need 2 of them. The second thing to know is that we will be doing this on the edge of the board. Alright, let's look at the chessboard now. And I'm just going to read out what it says here. The electric fence is an extremely effective way to checkmate with when there are few pieces left on the board. With 2 major pieces, it's easy to checkmate the lone king. We want the king to be on the edge of the board, which is the A file, the H file, 1st rank or 8th rank, so anywhere there. And our 2 major pieces each have their role. One sets up an electric fence on the adjacent file or rank, which is here the 7th rank, and that is to prevent the king from escaping. Then the other does the deadly checkmate. The electric fence is one of the most common ways of checkmating and therefore a must-know for any chess player. So here we have another example. Now we have a queen and a rook. The queen does the electric fence that prevents the king from escaping, and then the rook comes down to the 1st rank and gives that deadly check, so checkmate. And now over to you. How do we checkmate the black king in one move using the electric fence method? First thing to do is to figure out where is the black king, and by that I mean on what file or rank is he that matters. And what matters is that he is on the H file. Notice how the rook is already cutting him off along the G file to prevent him from escaping. What we need now is to put the queen on the H file, and then we'll have checkmate if we do it correctly. So the correct move is to play queen H2, and the queen checks along the H file, and the rook has the G file covered. Just be careful, there is a mistake that you maybe made if you played queen H6. You put the queen on the H file, but you went too close and she's not protected. So it's kind of like a kiss of death, but in that case you would have to be protected. So here he can just take like that. But queen H2 is checkmate. Alright, so now how do we checkmate the white king? We have 2 queens. So like before, figure out what is the file or rank that matters. And here what matters is that the king is on the A file and we have a queen on the B file that is cutting him off with an electric fence, and that makes sure that he can't escape to the B file. So all we need is to put the other queen on the A file on the correct square, and then that'll be checkmate like that. And just like before, be careful where you go. So this is also on the A file, but again, you can take like that. Alright, and over to you. How do we checkmate this black king on D1 with our 2 queens here? So the black king, he is on the 1st rank, isn't he? It doesn't matter that he's on the D file, but it matters that he's on the 1st rank because we have a queen that is cutting him off with an electric fence along the 2nd rank. All we need to do now is to drop the other queen on the 1st rank, and then we'll have checkmate. So like that. And black to move. How do we checkmate this white king in one move with the electric fence method? He's on the edge. Is on H4. What matters more, that is on the H file or that is on the 4th rank? So what matters is that he's on the H file because we have a rook which is cutting him off along the G file. The rook has an electric fence. All we need is to put the queen on the H file and we'll have checkmate like that. Alright, and now our last example. We want to checkmate this white king in one move. What pieces are we going to use? We have a queen on b8 and a rook on a2. Those are our major pieces that we're going to use. And what matters is that the king, he's on the a file, not that he's on the 5th rank, but he's on the a file. We have a queen that is cutting him off along the b file, and that's the electric fence. And now all we need is a rook to give a deadly check on the a file. So the move is rook takes a3 checkmate, electric fence. All right, in the next video we'll be looking at how to do the step ladder checkmate, which also involves a lot of electric fences. So make sure that you don't miss that video. Thank you very much for watching this one, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.